Joe, obviously Jaylen, had difficult night on Monday. Coming back tonight with the assist, the reads he made.
Yeah.
What do you see from him overall that allowed him to bounce back the way he did?
Just a well-rounded game. I think for our team to be at our best, all of our guys got to be defined by just being well-rounded playmakers and on both ends of the floor. And I saw that from all of our guys tonight. Quite honestly, the majority of the time we were making great plays and executing for each other, and we had our defensive connectivity. And so I thought, Jaylen was phenomenal. Both ends of the floor, his defensive effort, and offensively just making the right play on second side actions, whether it was layups, lobs, and it was great.
When he has a game like Mondays, or just kind of the ups and downs with the playmaking, do you spend extra time in the film? Like, how do you see him kind of react to a game like Mondays, and what leads to a night like tonight for him?
One, it's not overreacting to a long year, so you're going to have bad games. And two, it's just his habits. Regardless if he plays well or not, he does the same thing, same routine after shoot around, whether with his film and with reads on the court with his coaches. And so for him, it's just he stays even keel. And so it's easy to trust him and know that he's going to work his way back.
And Jaylen, especially in the fourth quarter, he kept passing. He even passed out a few kind of shots he would take in the paint. When you see him kind of committing to making that extra pass, especially when the game's on the line, what kind of sign of growth is that for him?
That's for our whole team. I think we all have to be playmakers at the end, and I know, I thought we could still be a little bit better executing at the end of the game. But I thought the couple passes that we had and the extra shots that we got in the open threes were because of our guys willing to be great playmakers. And so he set the tone in that tonight, and that makes our team different, and we have to fight to be like that more times than not.
Joe, past few games, double-digit leads that went away by the end of the game. It's a talented league, talented players. Dame is Dame and Giannis is Giannis. But how much of that do you think is just those guys turning it on versus you guys letting off the gas a little bit?
I think it's a little bit of both. I think at the end of the day, it's really hard to guard at the end of the game like that, and like you're telling your team, no threes, no transition, no offensive rebounds. And so I think we got to guard the three-point line at the end of the games better. And like in the Charlotte game, they scored in the first 6 to 8 seconds of the shot clock on 4 possessions, and then tonight 2 possessions they scored in the first 6 to 8 seconds. And so we just got to guard the three well, a little bit better, and then we got to hold them to one shot. And so it's hard to guard teams like that at the end of the game when you're right, it feels like we're letting it off a little bit and they're like in urgency mode, and so we got to fight to be in urgency mode as well.
You've talked about, you can learn from losses, and then some wins you're angry because the effort wasn't there. You guys are up by a lot in this game. Is this one of those games where, you wish the effort was there more at the end, or do you think it was just a matter of, the Bucks getting hot?
I don't know. I'm going to sleep on it. I'll see how I feel in the morning. But I think either way, you have to be able to do both. Like even we didn't execute the need situation when it was a 6-point game. We're looking to not give up an open shot there and foul to make it a 2-possession game, and just didn't execute it. But I think what's more important over the course of the year is I felt like tonight it was what we were the first 10, 11 games before the road trip, where we were playing with high effort and we were playing with connectivity, and we showed moments of great execution. And as long as we play hard and as long as we're connected, we can constantly get better at the execution piece. And I saw that tonight, and I didn't see that in the game, a few games prior.
Joe, you knew they wouldn't back down, even though you guys are like 16 with 6 minutes left. What did you see from them in terms of Lillard and obviously kind of hitting shots down the stretch? And how do you think you handled him, Giannis, just their weapons?
I thought for the most part, if you play a game where Lillard shoots 2 free throws and Giannis shoots 10, and he shot 4 in the fourth quarter, and so he gets 6 most of the game, and you do a great job in transition and you keep them off the free throw line. I think we did a decent job on them. Our guys did a great job communicating matchups, changing coverages. I'd like to not give up some of the threes that Lillard got, but he hunts those shots and he's good at getting those. But I thought we were very diligent in keeping them off the free throw line and keeping them out of transition, and that allowed us to be a little bit protected throughout the game, and then we just got to do a better job on the glass.
Were you impressed with the mindset jumping out to a 10-0 lead? Just it seemed like you guys punched first and then wire-to-wire win.
No, I was definitely impressed with our mindset. It's something we got to fight to keep all the time, But I just liked like I said, I thought tonight we got our effort back, like real effort, like our grit, toughness, and I thought we got our connectivity back on the offensive end, where it was like every time someone touched the ball, they were ready to make a play or make a shot, and thought the ball had a different type of energy tonight. So we just got to fight for that. I know it's a long year, but the more we can do that and complement each other, I think the more dangerous we could be.
Joe, when you woke up this morning, did you think you'd see a Jaylen Brown to Sam Hauser alley-oop in the game?
Sam can do a lot of things that people can't think he can do, and Jaylen just controlling. Was that like the end of the third quarter, the last 6 minutes of the third quarter? I thought he did a great job just controlling the entire game on both ends of the floor. So, but no, I did not think I'd see that tonight.
And it seemed like Porzingis was bothering Giannis at the rim a lot. Just that when he came out, it seemed like things get disjointed. Was Porzingis kind of like one of those guys that kind of held things together, helped hold things together for you in this matchup?
Well, I think our individual defense was, we talk about 3 layers to our defense. The first one is like point of contact, individual D. We didn't give up blow-bys most of the night. There was a couple we let Giannis get to his left hand in the first quarter, the first half. But like it starts with our individual defense. It starts with our shift activity. And then the last piece is KP's rim protection. And so he's gotten better in the last few games at being there, regardless of who he's guarding, protecting the rim, bringing late help. So I thought, the 3 layers of our defense were great for the majority of the game. And so when you can do the first 2, it's easier for him to help, when you're keeping guys in front of you and you're not giving up straight line drives. So I thought all 3 layers were relatively good.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks.